What is up, my good people? Thank you for tuning back in. This is day 2 with Watch Dogs. I am in chapter 2, and initially I was going to do a Let's Play sort of video, but I think that if you want to play the game, you should play it yourself and experience the story. I made this video because I wanted to expound on a few things. So, you're able to get an upgrade to your phone that allows you to identify people that are I want to say high priority targets. Here, this guy, for hacking their bank account, right? So you can hack this guy and get money out of his bank account, $2,100. Then you go to the ATM and you can, withdraw that money. I've only found a reason to buy 3 things total in the game, and again, I'm like an entire day throughout playing the game. There's a weapon, well, there's 2 weapons. This, the M8M, right there. That bad boy is powerful as all be damned. Okay, only has 6 shots, but it's powerful. I don't want to shoot here because I don't want to get attention and shit. That gun and the sniper rifle here, the M107. Awesome sniper rifle, decent stability. I say that you only need to buy 2 things because if you go through the story mode, you get a crap load of weapons anyway. Right now, mind you, I've only bought 2 guns. Okay, the M8M and the M107. But for pistols, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semi-automatic weapons. Okay, for assault rifles, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Shotguns, I have 3. Sniper rifles, I have 2. Okay. I did go out and change my wardrobe, I'm in this white gray sort of get up and whatnot, and so that's about it. So if you're running around trying to get a lot of money, then I don't think it's really worth your time thus far. Okay, now mind you, I'm only in chapter 2, and hopefully some reasons to have a money sink exist, but right now I'm here, let's see, can I show? Yeah, see in the top right corner, I am $218,000 in the positive, and I have no reason to spend or acquire any more money. Even with like buying, I keep hitting that. Even with buying vehicles, I found what I like. I like motorcycles in these type of games, in these open world games, so I have all the motorcycles that I can buy right now. I mean, I could go out and I don't even need to buy that. I can buy a fire truck. Alright, so boom, bought the fire truck. I can buy all these muscle cars, but I don't like how they handle, I don't really care. I have what I like, and I'm good. And even then, right, look at the prices of these cars, they're super cheap, $15,000 for a Sunrim. 5,000 for an off-road truck. I wish. So that's about it. In the skills tree, now I do wish that there was a way to get more skill points to rack those bad boys up. Skill points, and I haven't done a lot of the side missions. I was focusing on the story mode because it's you have time to kind of, bullshit around and do the side missions and whatnot, but I was worried about progression. And as you can see, I'm only in chapter 1. I have, 4 more chapters to go. Here we go. 4 more chapters to go. And hopefully the game really opens up later on. I will say that the story right now, it has me really intrigued, and I'm ready to go and do a lot more in the game. But that's just a quick synopsis of day one antics and whatnot that you don't really need to sit around like I was doing. I was sitting around and getting a lot of money because I thought that, oh man, it's going to be something I can buy, like maybe a house or something, or expensive cars, or expensive anything. But the most expensive thing that we saw was like maybe one of those cars. The safe houses. Safe houses, they give a little insight to Aiden's character through the audio logs, but not much, not enough for me to actively go and seek out more safe houses. You can fast track to those though. That's pretty badass. Where is a safe house? Safe house. See, you can highlight it and fast travel there. So instead of going there, even hopping one of the L stations, you can just immediately go from the map and safe house. So that's kind of cool. They do call the Sears Tower the Willis Tower, that I find insulting as all to be damned, but whatever. I've pretty much gotten over the fact that this isn't realistic Chicago. It's just an interpretation of the city that I love. What else can I show you right now? I am doing a mission. I think I'll hold off on showing the missions because, like I said, if you're interested in the game, then you're already either playing or you've made up your mind already. This is like day 2 of the game being out. Oh, what I will say is I am not a fan of stealth sections at all in this game. The stealth in this game is really funky because you basically have 2 things you can do while you're stealth. Okay, you can, I don't even know if you can do it here. Yeah, okay, so one, you have to be prompted to be in stealth mode. So if you're like out and about and doing your thing, you can't go stealth. Okay, so the 2 things you can do when you're stealth are you can hide behind shit and you can hack shit. If you kill somebody while you're stealth, it alerts people, even if you use the silencer, which I found that was badass. If you use a silencer on people, on guards or whatever, then regardless of what you're doing, they'll be alerted. Like, they don't have to see the body or anything. They'll be alerted and they'll be in a heightened state, which I find kind of disconcerting. I can't talk when I make these videos. That's a problem. The police. The police will chase you like mad. They won't give up, and if you shoot them, you get a bad reputation, right? It says somewhere in the game, I glanced over it, and if I need to go back, I will, but I glanced over it, that said that if you shoot the police in the legs and disable them, you don't get a negative notoriety. But you do. You do. There was a section in the story mode where you had to escape from police, and I kneecapped all of them. I didn't kill any of them, and they were just down. And my reputation went to shit, so I killed myself on purpose to just stealth and blast through the section. Found that kind of bullshit. Conversely, your reputation means absolute shit so far, because I'm trying to be a good guy. I'm trying not to kill anyone. I'm trying not to kill anyone. And I try to help people. Like, I've been ignoring calls for help while I'm making this video, but I answer calls for help, and I help citizens and yada yada yada, and I get a reputation and whatnot, but I haven't seen a reason to be good or bad, right? Like, there's no real reason to, be a good guy or a bad guy in the game other than just progressing and making things easier for you. If you hit pedestrians, you get a bad rep. If you shoot cops, you get a bad rep. If you shoot pedestrians, you get a bad rep. But the only thing that happens when you get a good rep is if you prevent crimes. That's it. If you prevent crimes, then you get a good rep. While you can do just about everything else in the game to get a bad rep, which kind of defeats the purpose of having an open world game. There are a couple other things that I'm not liking so far. like some of the targeting during combat, some of the controls during combat. Like if you're being chased and gunned down, like you can't quick escape a vehicle. Like you can't dive roll out of a car. You have to bring the car to a complete stop, or at least the bikes. The bikes you have to bring it to a complete stop. Here, let me at least show that. So let's say I'm being chased by someone, and oh it sucks. I gotta get away. And I'm not even going fast, right? So if I ditch the bike, bam, you know, I just totally wipe out, and it takes a while to get back up. And all the while I'm being shot at. But I guess that evens out because you can actually ram a car with your bike, do damage, and cause them to have an accident. So, tit for tat, I guess. You know. But even if I try, well, X is to look backwards, square is to hack on PS4. Circle comes to a complete stop. So if I'm going full speed, then I would have to circle then triangle. Kind of sucks. But yeah, just ditching the bike, like bam, you're screwed. No, I'm tapping my draw button, and that's how long it takes to draw. So just to have an idea, I guess you're gonna have to change your play style. I'm gonna change my play style now that I just figured that out just now. That you have to, here, let's go fast and circle. Even if you circle triangle, so you have to come to a complete bleeping stop. Let's get a new bike. This one's almost torn. New bike. There's no jump. You can vault over stuff, but there's no like jump around in the game. Not really sure, man, what else I can tell you that doesn't sound like a bunch of complaining and shit. Don't get me wrong, the game is fun. The game is fun, the map is huge, and you aren't really locked out of anything to start. So, like, once you're able to ride around and select if you wish to choose your next mission, you can pretty much ride around the city and get all these, the games and these points right here, these, like, these hotspots. They're like Foursquare. You can become a mayor of a spot and leave stuff for people, pick stuff up from people, and you know, it's kind of cool. They give you something to do. They've put a lot in this game to assume that this is the only game you're gonna play. And during the summer, I guess that's not a bad idea. I guess, but I play a lot of games, so I'm not really going to futz around with anything that's not integral to the storyline of the game. The gun shops, they all carry the same stuff. The pawn shops, well, that's a mid. Does it show a pawn shop at least? Anyway, the shops that I've seen, I've gone to the clothing stores, the gun shops, I've gone to the pawn stores. Here, the crafting, that's what they look like. The pawn shops where you can buy stuff, buy crafting equipment. So you know what? I guess I haven't been to the med shop. Let's actually go to a med shop. Let's go. Oh, shit. Man, let's do that. Let's go to a med shop and see what they offer. I haven't excuse me. Haven't had a reason to use any of my specialty hacks except for an instance where you get introduced to using specialty hacks to like cause a blackout and whatnot, but like during normal gameplay, no reason at all. During the story mode, that is, no reason to use any special hacks or anything. Pardon me. Just pop my microphone. No reason to do anything but, you know, stealth and shoot. And let me tell you, like, the stealth parts are, to me, they're annoying because, one, I'm not a stealthy person in games at all. I'd rather go in and handle my business. And two, they're not set up to be true stealth. It's kind of like they were tacked in. because Aiden is not like a stealthy character. You know, he's out in the open with a cell phone and he causes havoc like a hacker would. You know, but he's not like Solid Snake or a ninja or anything like that to be stealthy and whatnot. You know, he'll hide behind a truck and shit. Like, there we go. You can hide behind a truck or something, and you can switch cover. But you know, you can do that in Gears of War. You know, it's not stealthy per se, and you know, it doesn't feel stealthy at all. It's just kind of like you're taking cover from shit. People freak out if you pull a gun out, but like there's nothing that happens. Like here, look at this guy.
Hey, he's got a gun. Hey, we can make a deal here. No need to do anything stupid. Damn, no!
Sorry, bro. Just trying to make a point. It's not GTA either, because if you okay, for the sake of this video, I'm going to do something after we check out the pharmacy. So let's check out the pharmacy.
Really?
How about that one?
I don't like that one. No!
These guys are cowering inside because I pulled a gun outside. That's crazy.
Hello?
So
Yeah?
I'm gonna see. I'm full of meds. This stuff doesn't craft a component for drugs. Have not had a reason to do anything, but again,
No
I'm
worries.
only starting chapter 2 after a day of play, and not even a full day of play. I had stuff to do last night. So here we are, decently crowded, well, decently populated area, and this was GTA. Now I'm not even a GTA fan, right? But this was GTA. If I did this,
911, please state the nature of your emergency.
Emergency, we need the police.
Squad all units initiating C.R.E.A.M scan for suspect. All units, C.R.E.A.M scan completed. Suspect location is being distributed now.
but you see how long it took for the police to get here, right? So here are the police. I'm just gonna get the hell out of here.
Pull the fuck over!
Make me.
This is the police. Stop your vehicle now.
And I didn't make that corner. Nice, suck balls. I have never been killed on or in a vehicle by gunshots. Even when there were like bad guys chasing me and they were shooting me, I never got killed like that. I got to screw myself. Did I screw myself? Oh, I screwed myself! Oh, why are you so bad? Why are you so bad?
Yeah.
Need to ride baby cakes. This is Chicago. You should ride with the doors locked.
Pull over now.
Chicago.
Pull over now.
Oh, her car sucks. But just to prove a point, you know, it's like the police in this game are a joke. And again, I haven't even played GTA 5 ever. I've seen videos of people getting decimated by the cops when they do stupid shit. And as you can see in this game, I mean, there's no reason to not be a jackass. Which kind of ruins immersion for me, you know, I don't think that Aiden would be this type of character. Just saying that you can't be this type of character, it's rather... So what we're going to do here, I don't want to really screw myself. Oh, I can't do that, so we're going to hard quit. Oh, I screwed myself. I keep screwing myself. Come on, I don't want to save that. Close app. So as you can see, you know, it's cool, but it's kind of funky. It takes a little getting used to. Like, they have their own world here in Watch Dogs, and I don't know. I'm having very mixed feelings about the game. I like sandbox games. Like I like Infamous. I like Saints Row. Not a big GTA fan because I don't really want to play a bad guy, and you can't be a good guy in GTA just for the nature of the game. In Saints Row, it's like a parody of GTA, so I just take that with a grain of salt. But Infamous, I play the hell out of it, and I play the good path, and I dig it. But Watch Dogs is I don't know. It's a kind of a hybrid of all three of those games, except for the superpowers from Infamous. Game looks good. The game looks awesome, but I just really can't place a finger on it, man. Huh. I guess more playing is needed, and more exploration of the story mode will be the test of the game. There's a shitload of content in the game. You can just see by the map. It'll take you a while to get all the side quests and stuff done. And again, with not even a full day of playing, I just now finished chapter 1. So there's a nice chunk. You're gonna get a lot for your money, and that's pretty much what I gauge games on. Is it worth my money?
Racine.
Right now,
Let's
it's
see
cool.
where that is.
It's very cool.
Gotcha. Robert Racine.
So I'm going to continue. Oh yeah, this is one of your safe houses. Here, use a container like Dexter for your safe house. Except no kill room. You can change your wardrobe not only, but you can change your wardrobe in your safe house. They don't give you a preview, which is kind of stupid. But, nitpick. That's the original, which is the Highwayman, which I got in my initial video, but I like the Nemesis. Got that black leather. Alright, I am going to continue with the story mode, hopefully get through chapter 2 and 3, and I think I'll make my decision after chapter 2 or 3, because if they spring anything on you that's really crazy gameplay wise in the 4th and 5th chapter, I think that's bad design. You should have your tools or have an idea of what the game is by midway through. And if they want to give you like a new weapon or something, that's cool, but if they give you new mechanics at the end, that's kind of funky, I think. So, the whole beggars, not whole beggars, using a wrong euphemism, the whole those who can't critique, I'm not going to be one of those people. I have great admiration for game developers, but, a bad game's a bad game. And seeing as they push this back, I was hoping for something really, really awesome, and I'm waiting to get something really, really awesome. So, that's it for right now, and thanks for watching. See you next time.